All right, I'm here on this job today doing a little downspout drainage. There's 3 downspouts along the front of that house, and we're going to run it along that pink line out and let it daylight out here off this slope. So got some materials delivered earlier this week, and I'll just show quickly what we're going to do here. Going to put a 12 by 12 box right here. We're going to tie this downspout into the box, this downspout, and the downspout off that corner through here and along the grass into the box, and that'll all be 4-inch corrugated. And then on this line here, we're going to run 6-inch smooth SDR 35 pipe, again daylight out there. Then we're also going to Y into the pipe down here to run over to this box here, and we're going to reset or reinstall a new box there and maybe cut out some more of this swale to get to it. But a few utilities here to deal with. We got a gas line that this 4-inch line will have to cross over to Y into this pipe, and then we've got the duct bank electrical here and the electrical service to the house. So I went ahead and probed the conduit going to the house. You can see there that's a 4-foot probe, so it's 3 foot in the ground, and I'm guessing that duct bank is even deeper. So I'll be careful through this area, but I don't think we'll have any issues. And for this gas line here, we're just running a 4-inch line from here through, so I'll just hand dig this part over that gas line. But again, it should be more than deep enough. You can tell how low the road is here, so should be all well under where we're going to be. So I'll go ahead and start unloading some equipment, and then probably hand dig all that work, and then do all the equipment work, lay the pipe, backfill it, and be done. So let's get started. describe a little bit what I do to make sure that I'm going to be over those utilities and where I'll come out at the road. So I've got the laser set at 1% slope, and I set the rod here at the outlet of the basin where it's gonna, the grade of the pipe, and I get this on grade, which is about 4.4 feet. Then if you walk down the line here, it's still set at the 4.4 feet. That's where I'm going to come out here, which is above the curb. But more importantly, I want to know how deep I'm going to be over top of these electrical utilities here. So I was at 4.4 on the rod here, and basically what I do is I'll lower this receiver down until it starts beeping, which is going to be the bottom of my trench. And that's about 3.2. So 3.2 to 4.4 is 1.2 feet. So my trench right here over the electrical is going to be 1.2 feet deep to the bottom of the trench. And I went ahead and found the conduits here with this probe, and this is a 4-foot probe, and it's about 3 foot in the ground. So that's how deep those conduits are. I'm only going to be about 1.2 foot, so I should be over those conduits by a good bit. So that's how you go about using the laser to check where your slope's going to end up. And that's a slope laser, not just a flat laser, so it makes doing these a lot easier. You can do it with a level laser, but it takes a lot more calculations, whereas this already has the slope set for the pipe, so makes it a lot easier. So I'll set up the receiver on the stick of the excavator, and I'll dig and check my grade as I go, and that'll keep the bottom of the trench on grade till it heads out to the curb. So here's the Spectra CR600 machine grade. So it basically does the same thing any normal receiver does, but it's got a window that can read 270 degrees, so it can read this way or anywhere around through the arc. And it also has these nice lights that are quite a bit larger for seeing when you're on the machine. So it's got a magnet here. All I do is I've got my boom plumb and my bucket flat, and that's how I'll always check grade. So it's sitting on the bottom of the trench where I want it to be, and I built this bracket here to stick it on. There we go. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's on grade. So I'll just start digging and checking as I go, and that way you don't need a rod man to check grade as you dig. Figured I'd get a little shot here of me going over the part I hate the most. So this is where the service line was, and the duct bank is right over here, both going to that transformer. So just getting over those. And I've also got this fire hydrant here, and I think I stopped just before the blue water line here. So this is the fun part. I'll get a little shot from the seat. Seeing if you see the, well, heck, you can't quite see it, but the red light is on, meaning I'm high, so I got to scratch some more out of here, right over top of the lines. But like I said, I believe they're about 2 feet under where I'm digging. Light's still red. Let's see here. So, I don't know if you can see that, but that light is flashing green right now and my boom's plumb, so I'm right on grade there. So I just smooth out the trench a little bit. And keep going. I just put these flare teeth on. This is my first job using them. So used to have just the stubby digging teeth, and you can see, I hope you can see those there. Let's see. See, they're the flare teeth, and they're pretty nice. They cut a lot about the bottom of the trench a lot better. So I was gonna weld a plate on to normal teeth, but these weren't too much money off eBay. I think they were like 35 bucks for the 3 of them. So I figured I'd give it a shot. My welds would probably break anyway. They do stick out wider than the bucket a little bit, though. I might get a cutoff wheel and cut the outside ear off them things. Well, I got all the downspout drains in underneath the outlet there. Put the rock back. It's backfilled with some of this river rock that's a different color, so I put their rock back over. This one goes down, has a 90, and goes into that one as well there. They all come in a 12-inch box. Got some rock down under the bottom of this, and I drill some holes in the box so that any standing water can make its way out, because see, this inlet's only, there's 3 inches or so of a basin to catch debris and leaves and stuff. And then this connects into the smooth pipe. Made a pretty good connection in there. Slid right into this coupler, which is meant for corrugated piping, but this female fitting of SDR35 fit as well. Screwed it in there tight to hold it. 22.5-degree angle fitting, and shoots pretty good down the trench. Well, here's the finished product. We've got the 6-inch SDR35 pipe, daylighting out here. Cut it back at an angle to make it match the slope here. It's got the rodent guard on it, so you can still clean it out. Keeps anything from going in. All leveled out, seated, Kentucky 31 strawed. Came over here. I worked this swale back a little bit. There's a swale all the way back there, and there was a little high spot right here, so I took that out and let it all drain into this inlet here. and that ties into the 6-inch line there. 6-inch line comes up. We've got a 22.5 degree fitting to get it into the box. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4-inch lines that go to downspout drains with some perforated pipe in the river rock to catch anything else. Those are 6-inch catch basins with the square grates. And then we've got one more runs along this way and ties in there. So any other rain that ends up in this yard can drain into there. Most all the downspouts will now go into the new catch basins, and they won't have a pond here anymore. So we're all loaded up, got all the materials on the trailer strapped down and equipment strapped down. So we're gonna take off from here and call it a day.